Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you had fun last night. I'm really pleased to present something to you today called MiniTycoon Casino. My company is called Social Gaming Network, SGN. I started that company 2 years ago with the vision that social games are going to dominate our gaming experiences within social networks and on mobile. And we have focused on the mobile solution side of that equation. A year ago, I almost came here, and I said, I'm going to wait 1 year, and I'm going to launch a casino game here in Monaco. So I've been told that this room actually converts into a casino, as you can see the diamonds on the wall. So it's, I think, very appropriate to show you what we've just launched, and it's vaulted up into, it's a #2 social game. We passed Farmville yesterday. And City Story and a lot of the top social games. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's really come out of nowhere in the last 2 years with companies like Zynga, NGMoco on mobile, and SGN on mobile. So let me show you on the iPhone what we've launched is this beautiful casino. And we hired a couple people who have helped build EA from scratch. One was Randy Breen, and another was the art director for Sims. So when you look at this, you're going to see quite beautiful art that is not typical inside of many of these social games. So how many of you have played a game like Farmville on Facebook? Don't be embarrassed if you have. That's a good group of people. These games have brought gaming to the masses. And our vision is to really bring this kind of social play into mobile, because we believe that on a handheld like the iPhone and on the iPad, on-the-go gaming in social gaming is going to become the dominant way that we entertain ourselves. These games cannot actually be played by yourself. You have to be able to play with other people, and I'll show that to you in a second how that works. There's a couple of interesting mechanics here. So one is what I call a harvesting mechanic, and that means that I would go into the shop, and by the way, some of these games are making millions of dollars a month. Our goal with MiniTycoon Casino is to reach $1 million a month type revenue within 6 months. We just launched a week ago. Our servers are overloaded, as you heard. So I woke up our CTO to be able to make sure everything's working here. So basically here, what you can see, if you can switch here, is I could buy a basic 3-slot machine. And what I use is, we coined this Tycoins as our currency. And you buy this through iTunes. Apple gets 30%, we get 70% of those sales. Some people are spending hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. One of our social games, there's one person that spent $30,000 on virtual pets. So it gives you an example of what's happening here. And our vision was, with MiniTycoon, was to really build an ecosystem of interconnected games. So about a year ago, I came up with the idea of MiniTycoon as a world where you want to become a billionaire and you want to become the biggest tycoon of all your friends. And we started with casino, and that's been the right decision. There hasn't been a casino game like this on mobile at all. And so back to this, if I purchase this, I can actually go here and plant it like a seed. And so instead of a farm, I'm actually planting this machine, the slot machine. And I have now spent some money. As you can see, I have 7 million coins that I've earned. I have 87 Tycoins. Now, how this works is it takes time for the delivery truck to bring my slot machine to my casino. So I could spend a Tycoin to deliver it now, or I could wait the 1 minute for it to actually be delivered. Now, I'm very impatient, so I'm going to spend some Tycoins here. And once I'm in here, I can go in and manage this machine, and I could say, you know what, I'm gonna earn 900 chips in 9 hours, and I'm gonna plant this now. So now it's live. Now, if I did this with a poker table, it's gonna cost me more money, but I employ my friends. So this little guy, the dealer, is actually one of my friends. actual friends. So I go and hire that person, and he or she will earn money in the game. And that's the social aspect of it. Now, what's really cute here is, I don't know if you can see the animations, but the actual cards are playing here. And at some point, my vision is that we're gonna actually have you be able to go in if you want to and play at that table with other players. But for now, this is all, people have a lot of fun actually just building this casino. Now, if I launch here on the iPad, you can switch here. I will start with a new casino, and you can see that I actually start with a very small casino, and I need to build up my empire. So I will continue to build, and as you saw on my iPhone, I have a larger casino. I'm at level 13 here. On the iPad, this is the very beginning stage. I can skip the tutorial here, and I start with your machine is full. And it's teaching me the mechanics here. And now I've actually achieved something, and I've gone to level 2. You can tell here, this is a bear casino. This is what every user starts with. And their aspiration is to become the biggest empire builder here. Now, we're going to follow this up with other businesses. So we'll have MiniTycoon restaurant, for example, and resorts, and multiple different games that create one world. We've launched a network here called Sign, and actually I can go in here and I can play and visit my other friends' casinos, and they'll earn money, and I can gift, different types of virtual goods to them. So we're going to go to Mindy's casino because she's built a really amazing. It's much better than mine. So aspirationally, I'm trying to compete with Mindy, and I'm failing a little bit, but her casino is pretty solid. I think it could do quite well here in Monaco. And every week we're going to launch new themes. So we have the Roman theme. As you can see, Mindy has bought all of the Roman theme items. The more you decorate your casino, the more patrons come in. So I can actually go in here, and here I can, once the dealer arrives, I can actually play at the table, right? And you can see my energy is going up, so I'm actually gaining something from this. And I can play at the slot machines. I just lost 65 coins. At the poker table, I just won 65 back. So, that's how it works. Hopefully we'll all gamble together tonight to celebrate this launch. So we're very excited. It's beyond what we expected. The DAUs are up every single day. And really, these types of games are built on having multiple players active live. Great companies have been built out of nowhere. When we first started this company, people would laugh at the idea that anyone would really play these games. And now the whole world is playing. And our vision is they're going to be playing on the go. It's not going to just be on Facebook. The majority of the growth that's happening, it's really hockey sticking right now. So what happened on Facebook and social games in 2009 in terms of that massive growth has shifted to mobile. And SGN was one of the first mobile social gaming companies. It was an honor to come here and share part of our vision. Please do download MiniTycoon Casino, and let's see if we can play together and compete. Thank you so much.